After aiding in Sarah Kerrigan's de-infestation, Prince Valerian Minx contained the former Queen of Blades in a secret Emogen research facility. Here, Valerian subjected her to a myriad of tests, hoping to determine whether she still posed a threat to the Caprulu sector, until the day Jim Raynor arrived. Jim encouraged Sarah to leave with him and start a new life, but she knew there'd be no peace with Arcturus Minx still in control of the Dominion. During her final test, Kerrigan overwhelmed the facility's security measures by taking control of its captive Zerg specimen, forcing Valerian to concede that containing her was impossible. Before Raynor and Kerrigan could leave, the Dominion staged an attack on the facility to eliminate Sarah. The battle separated Sarah from Jim, but they planned a rendezvous on the planet Phaeton. Jim never made it to Phaeton. In a UNN broadcast, Emperor Arcturus Minx declared the infamous terrorist captured and executed. Enraged, Sarah set course for Zerg space, where she rallied the swarm to exact vengeance upon Minx. She commandeered a Leviathan, a massive spacefaring beast, to serve as her center of operations. She reunited with her former advisor and memory keeper, a creature known as Isaiah, an Arbiter, the Zerg evolution master created by the Overmind. While seeking her brood on Char, Kerrigan encountered Dominion General Horace Warfield and his forces in control of the planet. To levy the swarm to her side, Sarah challenged the broodmaster Zargara. Violent and utterly dominant over Char's swarm, Zargara rejected the idea of a soft, weak Terran ruling the Zerg, until she was defeated by one. With Zargara and her brood integrated into the swarm, Kerrigan unleashed the Zerg upon the occupying Terrans, cleaving a swathe of destruction through the troops and defensive emplacements, and mortally wounding Warfield. The general implored Kerrigan to spare his fleeing soldiers, but she ended his life instantly when he implied that Raynor would be horrified by her actions. As her rage subsided, Kerrigan commanded her forces to pull back, allowing Warfield's beleaguered troops to escape. As Kerrigan traveled, her old adversary Zeratul confronted her aboard the Leviathan, not to fight, but to show her a vision of the planet Xeris, birthplace of the Zerg. He told Kerrigan of the primal Zerg, the original Zerg, who didn't share the Zerg's hive mind. The primals evolved by consuming the essence of their prey, and Zeratul urged Sarah to travel to Xeris and do the same, if only for the sake of her vengeance. Heeding Zeratul's advice, she prepared to travel to Xeris. Kerrigan and her swarm descended on the lush jungles of Xeris to claim the birthright of the Zerg. There she sensed a slumbering, conscientious Zerfan, the Ancient One, a primal Zerg who witnessed the creation of the Overmind and the key to power of Xeris. Kerrigan sought to rouse Zuran, but Brack, a primal Zerg pack leader, engaged her forces in an attempt to stop her. Kerrigan proved to be stronger. She slew Brack and awakened the Ancient One. Impressed by Kerrigan's strength, Deacon, another pack leader, joined her swarm. Zervan led Kerrigan to the first spawning pool, the site where the Zerg were originally born. There, she chose to willingly sacrifice her humanity and become a primal herself. While Kerrigan mutated within the chrysalis, Zaragoth fended off both remnants of Brack's forces and the minions of Yeagar, another primal pack leader, hell-bent on destroying the invader. Kerrigan emerged as the primal Queen of Blades, and, at Zervan's urging, absorbed the essence of Zerath, the most prominent pack leader, Yagdar, Karth, and Sylvan. Shortly afterwards, Zervan showed his true colors. Seeking to feed his own evolution, he attacked the Queen of Blades. Kerrigan proved her supremacy in a vicious battle, and they claimed the Ancient One's essence and power for her own. Arcturus Minx contacted Kerrigan and revealed that Jim Raynor was still alive and in his custody, and then threatened to kill Raynor if she didn't steer clear of Korhal, the Dominion's capital world. Kerrigan set course to Dominion space and called on Raynor's allies, Valerian Minsk and Matt Horner, to help locate Jim. They discovered that he was being held in Morris, a maximum security prison ship that jumped every hour to a random set of coordinates. While the Morris resupplied, the Queen of Blades infiltrated the ship and slaughtered its defenders. Emperor Minx, ready for such an event, activated the vessel's self-destruct sequence. Kerrigan rushed to Raynor's cell, but Jim's surprise at being rescued turned to anger when he saw that she had become the Queen of Blades once again. Kerrigan professed her love for him, but Raynor turned his back on her, furious. Back in the Leviathan, Kerrigan received a psionic message from Alexis Stukov, who after his ultimate demise had been resurrected and infested by the Zerg. He informed Kerrigan that he'd been a test subject at Gsqrd Station, a facility that produced Zerg-Protoss hybrids for the Dominion. Kerrigan decided to help Stukov destroy Gsqrd, using virophages to turn its garrisons into an endless supply of infested Terrans. When Stukov and Kerrigan breached the facility, Dr. Emil Nerub, an ancient shapeshifter masquerading as a Terran, sent the facility's hybrids to stop them. After defeating the hybrids, Kerrigan saw into Nerud's mind and learned of his plans to resurrect Amon, a fallen Xel'Naga worshipped as the dead god. Nerud and Kerrigan clashed amidst a massive bolt of psionic energy, but Nerud gained the upper hand when he assumed Kerrigan's human form to mock and distract her. Capitalizing on her hesitation, the shapeshifter ran her through with an energy blade. Though critically injured, Sarah harnessed all of her pain and rage to strike Nerud down. Exhausted, Kerrigan collapsed beside a lifeless image of a ghost from her past. Kerrigan awoke, immersed in a primordial ooze, healing under the watchful eye of Zerga and Iza. After recovering from her wounds, Kerrigan prepared to assault Korhal, the Dominion capital. She moved quickly upon planetfall, setting up her bio-launchers and shattering the gates of Gsqrd. As the battered Dominion forces retreated, Arcturus activated the Psi Destroyer, a powerful weapon that attacked the Zerg through their own hive mind. Aware that the Psi Destroyer's field would annihilate her swarm, Kerrigan sent Dihak, whose pack of primal Zerg were not part of the hive mind, to deal with the machine's power links. Once the field was neutralized, Kerrigan's forces obliterated the Dominion weapon and cleared the way of the Imperial District of Gsqrd. But the evacuation was far from complete, and Valerian requested she avoid the city's population centers. Kerrigan was reluctant to divert her assault. When Valerian pointed out a death toll in the millions, she chose to have the Zerg strive to avoid casualties. Hearing this, Raynor, still sullen over Sarah's transformation, began to wonder if the Queen of Blades might no longer be the monster he remembered. Mink's forces engaged Kerrigan upon her arrival. As the battle reached its peak, Iza reported an inbound Terran battlecruiser. The Queen of Blades recognized the Hyperion and realized that Jim had returned to help her finish the job. She resumed her assault with renewed vigor, focusing on the entrenched positions that kept the Zerg at bay. As the Dominion's aegis crumbled, Stukov, Zagara, Dihak, and their forces joined the fray. The defenders of the Imperial District were slaughtered by the unrelenting might of the Swarm. After splitting open the gates of Mink's palace, Kerrigan made her way to the throne room, where she found the Emperor calmly awaiting her. Kerrigan moved in for the kill, but Mink still had an ace up his sleeve, the Xel'Naga artifact that de-infested Kerrigan on Char. The artifact emerged from a secret panel in the floor, discharging powerful bolts of energy that rendered Kerrigan helpless. Minx loomed over the paralyzed Queen of Blades, poised to end her existence, until Raynor burst into the room and destroyed the artifact's control device, leaving Mink's fate in Kerrigan's clawed hands. Kerrigan ended Mink's reign once and for all, with a psionically induced explosion that destroyed the palace. With Arcturus finally dead, and her thirst for vengeance quenched, Sarah shared a bittersweet farewell with Jim before rejoining the Swarm. Reborn as the primal Queen of Blades, she could ill afford to linger in Terran space. Leaving everything behind, Sarah Kerrigan led the Swarm into the furthest reaches of the Kuprulu sector to prepare for the impending battle against Amon.